Okay, I'm live. Let's see if you can hear me. Let's start this over.
Okay.
Okay, so from here, and then I do the screen flow, right?
Yes. You haven't done anything to the screen flow, so screen flow should be fine.
It's still up.
It just needs to. That's fine. You just need to be able to see that blue audio is chosen and that the green bars are moving.
The green bars are moving. What about this little video up in the top? Show recording.
I don't know. Can you show me what you're looking at?
I got it right here. It's the part that shows me the time. Okay, I think I got this. Okay, you can see me and hear me. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, bye. Okay, is that better, you guys? Ugh. What in the world? I'm not going to touch that microphone. Holy cow. Everybody good? Okay, hi, here we go. Hi, everyone. Let me go get my water. Hold on. Hold on, please. Okay, I'm back. Hi, everyone. I really contemplated of when I'm at the lake, I thought about having a Truly while I chatted with you guys. And then I thought, no, Robbie, just stick with your water because I'm desperately hungry for starters. Okay, everybody can hear me okay? Yeah, we got to love technology. You guys don't mind the lake house. We have completely redone this area, which is why I was trying to do it over there, but the Wi-Fi is obviously better right here. So, LOL with the background. I know Callie Grace is absolutely cringing right now at the sight of that, but she will be up here tomorrow and we will begin redecorating all of these things. So, also, Melissa, I mean, I know I could text you. No, it's okay. Also, don't let me forget for you to bring up the ping pong table, please. We're going to set up this whole area with fun stuff. Okay. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. So I'm believing that we're going to keep all the things, whatever. Hi, girls. Look at all of you girls on here. And Melissa's at Target. So I was like, hello, I need some help. Okay, perfect. I still see the Wi-Fi's fine. Okay, good. Okay, good. Hi, Kaylee Gibson. Okay, fantastic. I feel like we still have a little bit of a lull. You know what? Let me turn off all the Wi-Fi in my house right now. Hold on. Let me turn that off. Let me turn off all my Wi-Fis. You know how they say to everyone, get off the Wi-Fi. Do you guys ever do that when you're having Wi-Fi issues? Okay, I just got off all the Wi-Fis. Gosh. Okay, perfect. A little, but not too bad. It comes and goes. Okay, all right, fantastic. Okay, so now that was step one. Now what I need to be sure is that I don't want to touch that. I hope can you guys hear me okay? Sound is cool? Okay, all right. I'm just going to go with it. So we're about to record my podcast. And today we are going to be by ourselves, just me and you girls. But today I really do want to chat with you guys about a couple of things. So I've been talking about women so far this entire month, and I know that we still have some time to go. Okay, sound is great. Fantastic. I know we still have some time to go. However, I wanted to really hone in about women. And so you guys cool with that? Let me see if I can start this craziness and not mess it up. Please hold, everyone. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready, girls? Are we ready? Okay. In Jesus' name. Here we go. Are we ready? I'm so nervous. I don't want to mess it up. Okay. All right, everyone. Robbie Page here. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. All of my YouTube livers that are watching live right now as I'm recording this, will you give me a thumbs up that you can hear me great? I am sitting at Moss Lake at my lake house. Good. I'm getting some thumbs up. Okay, fantastic. I am sitting at my lake house up at Moss recording this podcast. Usually we have quite a panel of girls, but we don't today. You just get me, and I'm okay with that because I wanted to share something with all of you women. The title of this YouTube live, AKA will be the podcast, is let me share a little bit of my heart with you girls about women. What I really wanted to title it was Women. Love them, hate them, but you can't live without them. And then I thought on YouTube Live, that might not attract the world's greatest audience. So I said, forget it. But this is Robbie Page. Welcome to my podcast. I'm excited to share with you girls today. We've been on the topic of women. We've been this whole entire month is the topic of women. I know that just a few days ago, it was International Women's Day, and that was fantastic. But I believe that every day is Women's Day. I really, truly do. I think every day is Women's Day. I think every day we are worthy of being celebrated. But I wanted to just continue on with the reality of women, being someone who is more of a public figure, who's been very successful in business, who's had relationships come and go, who's had relationships stay for a long time. Most people do not ever assume the amount of names that stay on my back. And they only stay on there because they're scars. But I want to assure women that we either love them, we hate them, but we can't live without them. And so I shared this month in my inner circle, which is an exclusive group of women. It's a membership exclusive membership group of life growing, life coaching, life impacting ladies who get up every single day. And I can empower them. I can awaken them. I can release them. I can inspire them to be their very best self from the time they get up to the time they go to bed. And then most importantly, say good job self when they go to bed. And so in there, we've taught a lot about women. And one of the things that I shared with these ladies was, without the shadow of a doubt, I've never had a man stab me in the back. I've never had a man betray me ever. But I've had a lot of women. And so that's not always fun to talk about, but I never want you girls to assume that I am immune from human nature. I'm immune from women because I'm not. However, what I will say to you girls is that I love women. I really, truly do. I think we're some of the most amazing creatures on the planet. I think that we are some of the most called people on the planet. I believe that when women are not living out their destiny and when women are not living out their calling, they become fussy and they become irritated and they become grumpy. And when they don't know who they are, who God wired them to be, then we begin to compare. We become jealous. We begin to look to other people to define who we should be. And so when we understand why hurt people, then hopefully it'll give us a little bit more grace with women, because you can love them, you can hate them, but we cannot live without them. And so one of the things that has always brought me so much comfort, once I was able to rise up as Robbie Page herself and study Robbie, study me more than I study women, study me versus more than I study other people, watch myself more than I watch other people, go over my social media more than I go over social media for others, I began to realize the common denominators is me. It's just me, y'all. I mean, sometimes I want to say sorry, not sorry. It's just me. This is what you get. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. Dear God Almighty, I'm not saying I'm perfect. But I am saying that daily, to the tune of hundreds of dollars, some months it's thousands of dollars, I sell out to growing me. Not changing the people around me, but growing me. I hope you guys are having the absolute luxury of hearing all of my birds chirping outside my window right here on my dock. But not my dock, on my deck. Sorry, my dock is just down the stairs. But anyway, the more I began to learn about me, the more I began to feel sorry for the ladies, the women, the girls that hated me. Because I know if we all love the Lord with all of our heart, our soul, and our mind, which all of them claim to, right? Just look at their Facebooks, they're super spiritual. Then why do you hate me? If I've never done anything to you, I'm about to preach, y'all. If I've never done anything to you, I don't understand why you hate me. So the only thing that I can understand is that there's something about me that is sandpaper for you. Well, it's only sandpaper for you if A, you don't understand it, or perhaps B, you're jealous of it. Could that even be possible? I do believe that it is. How do you know that, Robbie? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because I know when I look back on my story and I look back at the ladies, maybe that I began to think, I don't like her. I just don't like to listen to her talk. I just whatever. It's just something about her, all those things. I had to stop and go, wow, sis, what's flaring up inside of you? I mean, she's obviously talented. I mean, she's obviously gorgeous. What is rising up inside of you? And I began to realize it was Robbie that was insecure. It was Robbie that had some jealous tendencies. It was Robbie that was off kilter, which is why I was so freely picking at everybody else. So listen, I know we can't go change the world, girls. I know we can't do that. I am not here to say we must go teach this podcast to the girl that's hating me. No, no, no. I'm saying that so that you can internally understand what's going on. So instead of sitting and thinking, man, why don't they love me? What if we started saying, no, I understand why they don't love me? Because I have a purpose and I'm driven and I'm excited about my life. And I get to experience so many great things. And I do well financially. And my boys are absolute champions. And I make an impact everywhere that I go. I mean, I understand that the DNA of me is causing an insecurity in them. However, there's nothing I can do about it. But what I can do about it is be so grateful that God has wired me to such a place and to such a calling and to such a destiny and to such a passion that at the end of the day, it shakes the insecurities and those without a vision and a passion for how God wired them or for what they were called to do. So I read in this book, I feel like this is really good. Where's my YouTubers? Is this good, you guys? Is this good? I need to read your comments, but I'm looking at the beautiful water over here in case you're wondering on YouTube Live what I'm looking at all the water. I read in a book that when you see people that are fussy, it doesn't mean that they're without a lack of vision. It actually means that they're without a lack of passion. Think about that for just a second. They're without a lack of passion. And so when I think about everybody, now granted, let me just be honest with you guys. There's some women that have every right to hate me because back in the day, maybe I was mean, maybe I was gossipy, maybe I really did gossip about you. Of course, sometimes I'm like, I did say that and I was so wrong. And that was before I grew. So maybe a handful of women have every right to say that, maybe more. But the majority of women whose names are on my back or who hate Robbie, I literally have not ever done anything to them except for shine my greatest self. And girls, to that, we don't owe an apology. We spend more time trying to figure out who do we need to apologize for. Instead of saying, God, I'm so grateful that just by me being my best me, she is so offended. She is so broken. She is so realizing her insecurities. God, I'm so grateful the way you wired me. because I believe that someday she'll realize it wasn't me. It was the deepest insecurities within her that got the best of her and ruined such a great relationship with us. Or maybe I don't even know you. Do you girls know that there's people who will hate you that you've never met in your entire life? Sometimes that's easier to understand, right? However, it's the ones that we know by name or the ones that we've impacted the most or the ones that we've been friends with that all of a sudden don't like us. Now, here's what I will tell you is if you will not allow your heart to get bitter and to give up on people like I did before God called me to gather women in 2010, then time will always show you the true colors of people. So here's what I mean by that. Is that when you begin to see women come at you and women hate you and they're mad at you and they're talking about you and they're all the things about you, if you will just give some time, time will reveal why they could no longer be around you. I've seen it happen so many times. Marriages fall apart. They're divorced today. They have major issues with their children. They were cheating. I've seen that so many times. They had the world's greatest secrets they were hiding, and now they're exposed. At the end of the day, girls, listen, I never question when God says that friendship is over. I don't ever question that. I don't ever question that. And so I want to encourage you girls. I really, truly do, because it's like I keep saying, women are some of the most brutal people ever. And listen, I'm going to say Christian women are just as brutal. Please don't talk about women who don't love the Lord or don't know the Lord. Christian women, as a matter of fact, I don't have one single name on my back that doesn't quote scripture today. It just is what it is. But here's what I want to tell you. I want to tell you two really sweet stories. So remember, I wanted to title this Love Them, Hate Them, but you can't live without them. So I look at my inner circle today that is absolutely phenomenal, because it's a place where the only thing that I can't do for you is help you want to be great. If you want to be great, then that's a place for you. And then I have my Love 'em, right? Then I have my Love 'em, my Rise and Shine girls every morning, Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I do a Facebook currently, which will be quickly turned to YouTube Live here shortly. A morning show for 30 minutes. Sometimes it's 15, sometimes it's 20. Honestly, like today, it was 45. However, I do have some hate them. And I don't hate them out of flesh. I'm not one of those that like, I hate you. No, I don't have time to waste on hate. However, I hate the behavior of some women. Like if I could just put my fist through a wall and say, please stop being so destructive. I had a sweet high schooler tell me at the last track meet, Mrs. Page, there's two groups of women in Argyle. One is the cool moms, and you're one of those that's in that group. As a matter of fact, you might be the leader of it. The other one is the moms that sit around and they hate and they talk about and they attack and they post dissension and they stir pots and they attack our coaches and they attack the teachers and they attack the superintendents. And Mrs. Page, that's why I'm so ready to get out of here. And so I said, hey, buddy, I just want to assure you of one thing. Those are everywhere. Please don't think that as you grow up, you're not going to be surrounded by those women, because you will. Those women are not called bullies. See, please don't call those women bullies, because they're not 6th grade, 8th grade, 2nd grade, 5th grade, high school. It's just a group of women. And the last thing I want you to grow up is be 40 and think that you left those women in high school, because you didn't. They're going to follow you for the rest of your days. You just have to know what you see and categorize that. When people show you who they are, I want you to believe them. And so those are the hate them, right? Those are the groups that I think, oh gosh, we could all live the rest of our lives without you. And just like the great of us women multiply, right? The Bible says you should be fruitful and you should multiply. Well, the great of us do. We are fruitful and we multiply and we give and we seed and we love and we mentor and we pull in and we encourage and we play Secret Santa and we have a big sister and we have a little sister and we help out when last year hit in 2020 hit. We all pitch in and we all send gift cards and pay the mortgages and pay the electricities. And when the bottom falls out of marriages, we all gather and we say, no, you're not going to get a divorce. You got this. God's got great plans for you. And we're fruitful and we multiply. But so does the other group. They are fruitful in dissension and hate because they believe that they're producing fruit, but yet they're actually just making the bed that they must lie in. They're throwing up the vomit they must eventually eat. They are, which my golden handbook is called, the Bible says, reaping what they will have to sow. What they sow, they will have to reap what they're sowing. And then there's the you can't live without them. So this morning on my Rise and Shine, we were on my Rise and Shine, and I pray before I go on Rise and Shine, and I'm always asking God for me to notice, right? To take notice of what needs to be noticed. And so I did just that. I'll have thousands of people watch the Rise and Shine by the time the end of day is done. I'll have hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of comments. So I don't read them all, but this morning in particular, I did. And so I caught a comment that shared that she wanted to do anything, like she would do anything to be in my inner circle. However, her husband is battling stage 4 cancer. And so the cost of chemo has kept her from being able to budget that. And as soon as I read that and I repeated her comment, I heard in my spirit, pray for her because people will seed into her. And I did that. Whew. I was speechless. And the Love women rose up and they said, I will seed a month. 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 And then I have what I call my Jet Setters trip. It's just for my inner circle life group girls. And someone said, and I want to seed into her the trip for Jet Setters so that she can be sure she's a part of that. And it just kept going on and on and on. And when I looked up, I realized every single one of those girls was one of my current inner circle members. And I was overwhelmed by emotion because I thought that is the group of women that deserve the space and the concrete on this world to march out, to be fruitful, and to multiply. And those are the groups that I want to spend my time with. And then last night, I had a very dear friend of mine. Yesterday in New Mexico, her son, who is Riley's age, who's a junior in high school, was skiing and broke his leg severely. His femur, his knee, and his shin bone severely. They had to use 2 steel plates to keep his femur together. And their biggest concern was that it will lose the oxygen and the flow needed to keep the blood flowing through that leg, and he may lose his leg. And so my friend lives here. And of course, you can imagine a mom was hurt. And so she texted us. I'm in a group feed with some of Argyle moms that I love so much, who are my friends. And she told us what had happened, and everybody goes into praying. And she said, I have to get a flight out. So we all volunteered to pitch in and buy her flight. She said, no, I was able to book one. But the problem is they are care flighting her son to Santa Fe. And she can only land in Albuquerque. And so she said, so I'm going to have to land in Albuquerque, and I'm going to have to get a car and drive to Santa Fe. And all the cars were taken. There was no more rental cars. And so I put on my Facebook, urgent, I need some help. And my Facebook friends responded. And By the time she landed, she took off from Dallas. By the time she landed in Albuquerque, my Facebook responded, and she had a ride to pick her up at the airport, drive her to Santa Fe Hospital, a hotel room, and a car that she could borrow if she needed to. All that fast. I don't even know how long the flights are from Dallas to Albuquerque. And then I looked up and I realized the thread in all of that movement was yet again my inner circle. It was my inner circle girls that made it happen. And I just began to realize last night, there's so many incredible groups of women out there that have each other's back. You know, it's kind of like when the towers fell. They say the first responders are really the heroes. While everybody else is running out of the building, there's a group of people running in the building. And this morning on Rise and Shine, I saw that happen, the first responders. And then last night on my Facebook to help my sweet friend Shannon, who is not even in the inner circle. She's never met the inner circle girls who have blessed her tremendously. We're all the inner circle. And so I'm just here to encourage you girls. If my inner circle is not your place, find one. If my inner circle is not for you, find an inner circle to belong to. Because if we don't have a group of women that we love them and we can't live without them, then we live in a time where we hate them. And all we see is the nasty multiplication of nasty behavior, and it causes us to lose hope in women. And I don't want to do that. I'm 49 years old, and I don't want to do that. I want to spend the rest of my days living the best of my days with women who want to be better together, with first responders that will rise up and say, I understand what it's like to be on the other side of women, to be on the other side of being alone, to be on the other side of no one to call when my marriage falls apart, to be on that other side with who do I trust to pray for me? I believe we're the greatest group of women on the planet. And so it may not be the group for you, but there is a group for you. And so perhaps what I want to encourage you girls is to never, ever live another day without a group of women who will rally behind you. Never, ever allow the hateful women with the names on your back like I have to cause you to quit believing that the best of women is still out there. Maybe perhaps you just haven't found them. And so that's my heart for you girls. That's my heart for you girls. Is I hope that you choose to live the rest of your days with the best of God's women, the best women who lock arms, who help a sister out, who loves a sister constantly, who prays for a sister always, who can't wait and will count down the days until we see each other again. I can tell you guys that 2020 hurt all of us because we missed each other so much. And when we leave each other's presence, we're better. And so I hope you have a group like that. If you need a group, if you're looking for a group, go to robbiepage.com right now and click on the inner circle and look at it for yourself right now. Don't allow your biggest insecurities about I don't know people to keep you from the best group on the planet of women. Our greatest days are ahead, girls. And I can tell you that they're not meant to live by ourselves. They're not meant to live licking our wounds. They're not meant to live still scratching the scabs on our back. And your scabs, with the right mentorship, with the right love, with the right prayers, with the right group, will become scars. I know that because my back is full of scars. And if you scratch a scar, it doesn't bleed, it doesn't seep, it doesn't have to start over. But if you scratch a scab, it seeps, it bleeds, it pusses, and then it will have to start the healing back over. And so, from one girl to the next, I want to encourage you girls that are listening to this podcast. Please see yourself worthy enough, great enough, beautiful enough to belong to a group that I call as the greatest group of women on the planet. And so, may I encourage you today to get your chin up, adjust your crown. Don't let your crown fall off, because we always know that if our crown falls off, the jewels will break. And none of us would allow a ruby, a sapphire, an emerald, a diamond, a black diamond, an amethyst, any of the stones. We would not allow them to break. So remember, you have a crown on your head. Wear it. Pick your chin up. Be proud to be a woman. The future is male and female. And we truly were born to make a difference. So thanks for joining me today on my podcast. For those of you that are on YouTube Live, hang tight. I'm going to come back to you guys. But for the rest of you guys, thank you for listening to my podcast today. I want to invite you to be a part of us. Go to robbiepage.com. Check out the Inner Circle. Go to Facebook and find Robbie Page. That's where I have my Rise and Shine morning show every Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then, of course, on Instagram as well. So that being said, thanks for joining us, everyone. Until next time, we'll see you soon.
And call me when you're done.
Okay, can you guys hear me again? Can you guys hear me again? Hold on. Okay, let me see if they can hear me again. It might have kicked me out because anytime I mess with the mic. Yay. Okay, yes, they have sound. Okay, bye-bye.
Good.
Okay. Yay. Okay, I had to do all that. Y'all, my heart is racing because what if I mess it up, right? Okay, good. Girls, I hope, did that encourage you girls today? I really hope that it did. Did I see my sweet Jan White on here? I could cry every time I see the name Jan White. Yeah. Love me some Jan White, if that's her. Okay. I know. I didn't mean to make you cry, Kim. I'm so sorry. Good. Good. Oh, hi, Jen. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. Okay, so I hope that that encouraged you girls. Did I encourage you girls? I hope that I encouraged you girls for sure. I never want you girls to I never want you girls to feel discouraged, um especially when it comes to women, okay? I always want you girls. Is this Jan White, like my mama Jan White? Is that the Jan White? I know a few of them. Is this like my Advocare leader, Jan White? Is that who this is? I just want to know. Okay, all right. Good. I hope that I encouraged you girls. I really truly do because oh, okay, it is. Okay, y'all want me to tell you about Jan White? Let me tell you, Nicole. So Jan White, her and her husband Bud, who passed away, that we loved so much. That could make me cry. They were leaders on my team in Advocare, some of the most precious people you'll ever meet in your whole entire life. And leadership is hard. Leadership is hard. And so Jan is a retired principal. And so through some of my darkest times, Jan, it has stayed with me. Some of my darkest times, she would always encourage me that leadership is hard and that doesn't matter what you do for people, they're going to try to attack you and you can't make everybody happy. And Mama Jan, how old are you? How old are you? And so her Bud passed away, then my mom passed away. And 72, there she is, she's 72. She's got beautiful daughters, incredible grandbabies, and she loves big. Man, she loves big. So she has always been one of my greatest encouragers. And she still does it on all my social media. Like I always get a sweet message from her. Always, always. It's the sweetest thing ever. So, anyway, and yes, Jen, I need you to come see Riley run. Riley, can I share something with you girls? I'm so proud. So proud. Riley is actually, as of right now, the third fastest. Hold on, I'm going to cry. Mama Jan, Bud would be so proud. Third fastest child in the history of Argyle by just a fraction. And the reason that makes me so tearful is because some of you girls know. Some of you girls know. April in the inner circle is going to be the law of attraction, Jesus style. Because I've spoken since Riley was born that he would be an absolute incredible athlete. I've spoke both of my boys would be state champions. Check, check. Reagan went on to be a bobsledder with Team USA. And then here's Riley. And so when I see people are saying he's number one in the whole state of Texas for 4A, he's the fastest kid. He's number one in the whole classification. I just can't even. 63rd. If you think of how big Texas is, he's 63rd in the entire state amongst all track athletes. I can't make this up, you guys. Can't make this up. This is what I'm teaching in April. Is the law of attraction Jesus style. So, anyway, Mama Jan, I figured you'd be proud of that. I know Bud and my mom are cheering him on. Bud was a huge track guy, track coach, track guy. He loved Reagan so much. He always said Riley was so fast. And so, yeah, so I'm going, I have to show you guys. So I started in my journal, just so you guys know, that. And then today I sat out on my deck and I started writing all the things that God showed me for my kids, and I began to declare over and over and over and over. And then I'm going to share what last year did to my spirit that I hadn't realized. And so how last year broke me, I'm going to share that in April. So it's going to be fantastic. Okay. Oh, thank you, Decay. Thank you. I'm going to teach you guys that. All right. I'm not any more special than any of you guys. I'm not than any of you guys. I want to introduce you to the God that I serve. And I want to introduce you to the law of attraction, Jesus style. Okay. So, all right. I'll let you guys go. Enough of Robbie today. Some of you guys were on Rise and Shine. And then some of you guys were on the Inner Circle. And then some of you guys are now on YouTube Live. So that's all. I'm done. I'm out of words. You guys are awesome. To all my YouTubers, I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.